So what we're going to do now, Lou, is we're going to move on to our next dish. Nice little accompaniment to the Creole shrimp. Got to have some jalapeno and cheddar cornbread to go with it. So what we did, we had that half pound of bacon going in our cast iron skillet here.
Right.
You had it nicely stirred up, nice and broken. The bacon is super crispy right now. It looks good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the bacon. If we can, Luke, can you just remove the bacon for me?
Sure.
The bacon is then removed and the pan with the renderings goes into the oven.
So if you can help me here, Lou, we have our ingredients for our jalapeno cheddar cornbread. So like any baking, we have our dry ingredients and we have our wet ingredients. So for our dry ingredients, I have about 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour. And then I have, of course, we have cornmeal in there.
Right.
Very, very simple in all baking sections. And we need that to make our cornbread. So we have flour, we have our cornmeal, we have a dash of salt, and a little bit of baking powder.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do this is I have some extra old cheddar. I like to use extra old for this recipe just because the cheddar flavor really stands out. Yep, nice and strong. So I'm going to add the cheddar, about a cup, into the dry ingredients. So in front of you here, Lou,
Yep.
you have about 1.5 cups of buttermilk.
Okay.
Then you have 2 eggs beaten, and then you have about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil in there. So what we're gonna do, and I could grab you a spoon so you're not touching jalapenos with your bare hand, is I have I have 2 jalapenos that are in a nice dice.
Okay.
So if you can put that into the wet ingredients, that'd be great. You can keep this cornbread as hot as you'd like. If you want to reserve, these have been seeded and the inner white membrane part removed because that's where all the heat is in the jalapeno.
Right.
So we removed most of that. That was 2 jalapenos chopped, but if you want to keep some seeds and stuff in there for the heat, by all means keep it in there.
I think this will be a comfortable heat now. Everybody will be
Absolutely,
okay with that,
that's right. And that's the thing, Fire Hall, we cook for 10 individuals usually, so some guys have different degrees of what they like for spice in their food. So we just like to keep it on a medium playing field.
Okay, makes a lot of sense.
So what we're going to do now, Lou, is we want to add the wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. If you can do that, please. Awesome. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix this up, and all we're looking to do is just to make sort of a batter. We don't want to over mix it.
Okay.
We're just trying to incorporate all the dry with all the wet ingredients. So we're just kind of making a batter.
That looks nice and easy too.
Absolutely. That's the kind of meals we like around here. Lots of flavor, but nice and easy to make.
Yep, easy, quick. All right.
So now what we're gonna do, Lou, that reserved bacon that we pulled out of our pan, we're gonna drop that in here.
Okay.
Great. So make sure we get all that incorporated.
I'm really looking forward to this bread.
This will be good. This will be good.
Sure.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna pull our cast iron skillet out of the oven.
All right.
Again, always be careful when you're working with these. They are super hot. You don't always think to use an oven mitt, or someone might come into the kitchen and grab the handle. Just make sure you're careful with that. So all I'm gonna do is we have the hot bacon fat in there. We're just gonna add the cornbread batter to the pan. Make sure we're kind of evenly distributed throughout.
So there's no way this is going to stick to this base.
Absolutely not.
That's a good thing.
And you'll see when the bread comes out, it's gonna have an amazing, super brown, nice base to it. So we just want to evenly spread out the batter.
Okay.
Good to the last draw. Make sure we get all those bits of jalapeno and bacon in there. And that's it. We're gonna throw this in the oven. Like I said, our oven was preheated to 400 degrees. Slide that in there. We're gonna let that go for about 25-30 minutes until a toothpick or a fork inserted into it is nice and dry.
Right.
And we're good to go.
Excellent. I'm looking so forward to it.
Very good.
And what we're going to do is just take a little break here while that's baking. And we're going to go visit Brent Ryan with our Safety Minutes.
Equipped with automated external defibrillators, emergency services are responding to cardiac emergencies every day. Hi, my name is Brent Grine and welcome back to this edition of the Safety Seconds on the Fire Hall Chef. Automated external defibrillators are showing up all over Waterloo Region and Canada, and they're saving lives. You may see one next time at your local swimming pool, golf course, or fitness center, maybe even your workplace. Every minute that goes by without one, a person's chance of surviving goes down by 10% a minute. Join me next time on the Fire Hall Chef when we'll be going to take a look at a public access defibrillator that might be near you. Until next time, be safe and get trained.